Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Farnoosh Torabi. Welcome, Jim Cramer.
How are you?
How are you? I was on Stock Picker this morning. Somebody wrote in asking you, Jim, with subprime ratings agencies getting ready to potentially downgrade a lot of the subprime debt and mortgage-backed securities, who is going to hurt the most? Okay. The guy's looking who to short right now.
Right, and people should know I try every 3 hours to go into answers. Why? Because James Altucher has created this product that is really great. This is Stock Picker in the answers column, kind of inundated, but I do my best. Okay, here's what you need to know. A lot of people want to short. First of all, you don't short idly. Federal Reserve cuts or even says, Federal Reserve, Bernanke gave a speech yesterday. It was a canned speech from 3 months ago. He's reiterating a speech. Had he even said for a moment that he's analyzing the housing industry downturn or subprime, then you would have had a short squeeze in these stocks that's unimaginable. So I would first point out, you never short common stock when you're shorting these overly shorted stocks. Secondly, I think that you have to go right after whether it be the Fremont Generals or the actual home builders that have historically used this kind of, whose customers have used this kind of so-so financing. I'm calling so-so because not everybody's poor. Fannie Mae, by the way, goes after middle-class people who can pay. And people can pay. The defaults here have largely been from people who are flipping or buying homes with the idea of a quick turn, buying homes, taking out a home equity line, and then selling. Why do I know that? Because do you know that the mortgage, these people who are fly-by-night mortgage guys are more willing to default on their mortgage than their credit card. That's from mortgage information from the clearinghouse. Why that is, candidly, is they don't really live in the house. That's why. So they have to walk away from the house. Now, what I would emphasize is home builders. Now that I've given you all the caveats, because I think that once Bernanke says something, and every time the 10-year goes under 5, you're going to hear, you have a possibility of hearing something. The home builders that have already bought a lot of land and are currently building subdivisions that they can't stop, either because of promises to communities or a major infrastructure build out, are ones that could be down substantially. If you're going to short these, go do your homework. Find out which ones have the biggest land inventory and have started their subdivisions. I would believe that you will find out that D.R. Horton is one of them. And then you can go buy puts. Would I do this if I were at my hedge fund? Yes, if I had a portfolio that was long Goldman Sachs and Lehman. Lehman because they have some mortgage exposure. Goldman has no mortgage exposure to speak of. 50% of its business is overseas. Nobody cares. And I'm really sensitive to that. That's why I've been saying Goldman, wait till it's below 9 times earnings, own at fractionalrsplus.com. 9 times earnings, 210 threshold, and then buy. Obviously, others agree with me. The 210 puts are on fire. When you get it at 9 times earnings, the worst that happens is soon you'll have to buy it at 7 times earnings. I'll take that risk.
All right. Well, what do you make of this S&P downgrade of all the financials then?
Well, I mean, frankly, if I were to wait until agency downgrades, I would have been buying whoops bonds all the way. That dates me, but I've been around with the S&P and sold a lot of bonds. I did half my business was bonds, both at my hedge fund and in, but particularly when I was at Goldman Sachs. And I've never found the agencies ever to be in front of the situation. Are there funds that have to sell this stuff because of the downgrades? Again, the funds who own this stuff are not idiots. This was something the S&P waited till most of these guys got out of these funds, I believe. Now, let me go with another thing. If I were a person who had no grounding in history and had not traded through 25 years of investing, I would be all over this story saying that you should panic if you own these funds. Why? Because if I am in a position where I make my salary in the media and have not history in the media, well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Cover feel-good dog shows?
This is much hotter. It's much sexier.
It's terrific.
Love it.
And remember, my mantra is to help you make money, but that is not the mantra of the industry, nor should it be.
Responsibly, though.
Nor should it be. I think the industry, and I know this from when I was a reporter who didn't have a lot of money, the industry's job is to show you the worries. You get the worries in the stock, and then you buy them. I think they've got you covered. I like that.
All right, Jim Cramer, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Wall Street Confidential on thestreet.com TV. Stay with us.